Pascal is here. Welcome. You have been traveling quite a long way just to get to Holland. Pascal is also a man with a very interesting story, a man that loves his country very much. He is from Central African Republic, and if you have been following the news, there's been a lot of crises in that beautiful country, unstable government, and what we are seeing now is that young men are rising up to say, we want to take our country back. We're not going to allow poverty, crime, looters to destroy it. And one of those inspirational leaders is here with us. He has been traveling for about 2 months now around Africa, and when I contacted him that I wanted him to be part of this, he humbly accepted that. Please, can you come? I can proudly say, and look at him properly tonight, he is a presidential candidate for the next election for the president of Central African Republic. Welcome.
Thank you very much. How are you?
The next president.
Hey, come here, come and take me with the next president of Central African Republic.
So, to introduce me, I'm a humble peasant farmer from Central African Republic. The farmer in the Central African Republic represents 80% of the population. But the farmer people, these people in Africa now who preserved all our values, and that's the real potential of Africa. And we don't have to forget that many people, the majority of people in Africa are coming from this part of the society, the farmers and peasant part originally. So, and based to this, because this country, Central African Republic, is a very, very, very rich country in terms of mineral resource, potentiality of mineral resource, but in terms of human resource also. The great potential in car is all the woman, so our sister, or daughter, or wife, or mother, or grandmother. That's the real potential and the key of the society in car. And it's for that we want to initiate in car a revolution for happiness, for the happiness of all the people. But these women represent 51% of these people. And there are the more dynamic people in car. There are the more intelligent people in car. They control around 75% of the economy in terms of distribution and production. And we think that in Africa it's the same thing. That's I can say the earth of Africa, or daughter for the future, or sister, or wife, and our mother. And based to this, we've got a dream. And it's more than a dream, it's an ambition. Not only for car, but for Africa. And based to this ambition, we want to offer happiness for all based on certain values and based on certain conditions that we have to offer to all people. And first to the woman, and after for all the people, the peasant, the farmer, because that's the majority of the population in Africa, and to build a great and a powerful Africa for tomorrow. So based to this, we've got, can say, a very great and ambitious program that we want to realize, to offer education for free for all people, to offer healthcare for free for all people, to offer clean water and electricity for free for all people. People can say that it's a dream, or people can say that it's a communism approach. No, we've got enough resource to offer this good condition of life for all people. That's our dreams, that's our ambition. And now, in Sango, we call it the revolution of Bomengo. And we're going to realize this revolution of Bomengo to realize this dream. Thank you very much.
Anybody has any question for the next presidential president?
I've been following Central African Republic politics, and there was always violence. So, as an official president, why is it that you don't solve your political problems with dialogue and always violence?
The situation in CAR is not specific to CAR. It's specific to all Francophone former colony. Like I said before, this country is a very rich country. It's the richest country which has been colonized by France. And now we've got a problem in this world. France, they didn't understand that the colonization is finished. Based to this, they continue to use this brutal way of exploitation, way of communication, and it's for that we've got all this trouble. They think that they can impose us all by force, and we suffered a lot in this country since colonization, and now we can call it neo-colonization, and we have the right to be happy in our country and to exploit our mineral resource for the happiness of people. And like I said before, why all this thing, to answer your question, why all this crisis in Central African Republic? For example, I'm just going to give you an example. France now, they want to exploit our oil. We discovered oil. We've got more oil in cars than in Nigeria. 5 billion barrel, 50 billion barrel, a big potential. But they want to exploit it in giving us 10% for car, 90% for France.
My goodness.
We cannot accept it.
It's unacceptable.
By any means necessary, we're going to exploit this mineral resource for the happiness, not only for car, but for the happiness of Africa. Base of our dream. It was that I said that this mineral resource is not for car, but for Africa. Central African Republic is the earth of Africa. And this vision that we are shared is for Africa. This dream is for Africa. This peasant, all these peasants in Africa have got the same problem. They don't have school, they don't have hospital, they don't have clean water, they don't have electricity. I was just a few weeks ago in Nigeria, the most powerful country in Africa. I was in South Africa, the most powerful country in Africa. The peasant, the farmer over there, they don't have water, clean water. They don't have hospital, they don't have school. School to educate the future of Africa. That's our dream. And these schools that we want to offer for free for all of kids. That's a dream that we're going to realize for Africa.
Yeah, what I just need to aspire to you is that whenever you might be in that position, please tackle it out what they call operation. Operation, that's what I mean. Because you are here in Europe, you see how life is going on. Please don't be there and continue the corruption those people are still doing there.
The relics of colonial imperialism, it's in every country. But one thing I realized from your statement is that the sovereignty of Central African community is being challenged. What do you think could do to strengthen it?
We're under this neo-colonialism system, but remember there's few hundred years ago we were under slavery, but people stood up to fight against slavery, and slavery was finished and ended by these people who stood up and fought against it. I think today our duty is to fight against this bad system and this neo-colonialism system, and we have to fight for the happiness of the people, happiness of our wife or women first, because they used to suffer a lot under this neo-colonialism system and the values. And there's many things that we have to do, and we just have to organize ourselves to fight and work very hard for it. I think that's the key of the success to of the victory against the neocolonialism.
I'm Dr. Lanolly Sam. I am born in Ghana, raised in Canada, and currently practicing medicine, obstetrics and gynecology in Florida. So any man that has the good sense to recognize how important women are, I tip my hat to you to start with. Moreover, as my friend and sister, Princess Moradun Adedoyan Solaran said, those who can must, and those of us who can recognize the passion in this man's voice and in his mission must assist him. And so I ask you, as a US resident here with another physician, doctor, colleague from Atlanta, how can we possibly help you from any sort of US liaison or any sort of US interaction, or is there, what can any of us in this room do for you?
Our first support, and the first support that we need, the first one, not the only one, it's the support of God. So, you know, it's for that we are so confident in current Central African Republic, because we are believing on God, and we ask God every day to support us for this just struggle. So the things that we can ask to you first is to pray for us. That's the first thing, and the other things that God can show you how to help us properly in terms of lobbying, in terms of communication, in terms of financial support. But I let God to show you how to help us properly.
My question for you is that what are you doing, or what have you done for the people themselves over there till this time that you are preparing yourself now? And what kind of projects have you engaged yourself in that people really need to support you?
I was in Car, the first, and still the first agro-industrialist in my country, in the history of my country. And I remember there is 10 years ago when I got this dream to become the first agro-industrialist in my country. People say to me, it's impossible, you're a dreamer, you are silly, many things. They said that I was crazy. They said, no, it's just some just people from Europe who can develop this type of project. Black people cannot develop this type of projects. Bank refused to give me support because they thought at this time that I was very crazy. And trust me, with the help and the grace of God, is because of this experience. Because I prayed at this time, I didn't have enough resources to realize this project. This was that people thought that I was crazy. I realized this dream in 1 year. 1 year after, I built this factory and I became the first agro-industrialist in the history of my country. Based with this, I created 1,200 employees. So far. After it, I developed a plantation of palm oil. So for this palm oil plantation of 20,000 hectares, I used to employ 2,000 people. After it. And it's based on this experience that I developed relationship with the peasant and the farmer. And one day we used to, because I used to go in the village to buy crude oil, and I used to talk with the chief and to greet the chief, and we used to discuss about our problem in Car, the fact that the government do nothing for the people. And one day I said, okay, I think because they used to ask me, okay, do something. I said, no, I think it's better for you peasants to organize yourself. You represent 51% of the GDP. That means you've got a very big weight economically. So if you can organize yourself based on your weight, your economic weight, you can now, if you're organized, you can ask the government to build school in your village, to build hospital in your village. And based on this, say, okay, because you've got this ID, you're going to be the leader or first leader, and you're going to create this organization. It's like this that I created this organization, the Association of the Peasant of Car in 2010. And just to define better the interests of the peasant. And we built school. We built 25 schools. It was not enough, I agree with you, but we built it. Just, it's because I would like to show you the schools that the European Union built in car. You cannot imagine. So we destroy all the schools because we say you cannot give this sort of school to our kids to be educated. We want some good structure and good school to send our kids to study. So it's for that we destroyed many schools to rebuild some new school, and after it we drilled some hell. That's it. Sorry, my English is not good. I speak Sango and French better. Yes, to offer clean water for the population. It was not enough. And when after France pushed these jihadists to control the country, because they were not agree with the former president because of this oil deal, and so the jihadists they used to rape women, kill peasants, and many things just to divide. So it's at this time so we decide, peasant and farmer of car, to organize us politically to realize our dream. This dream of revolution.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aspiring President. My question is about this country as a rebel. He comes from Uganda, and I'm a Ugandan. You may wonder why I'm taking this interest. Apparently, I would like to know, what is your plan? What do you intend to do with this fellow? Are you for him? Are you against him? And as you become a president, well then?
We used to suffer since 1988 in this area in Uganda, Congo, DRC, and now he's in Car. He's based in Car. He used to destabilize the country, rape women, kill people, but he's not alone in Car. There is these Seleka people, these jihadist people. They used to destabilize the country for the reasons that we know. There is some powerful country between them, between Kony. He's got a great support of France underground, like the Seleka. And with the peasant, because we suffered a lot, and there's these people, and they used to kill peasant women to rape them, and so I promised to the peasant in Car that we're going to initiate a war against these people and to finish with them and to stabilize definitely this country. If I answered your question.
When people want something, they make lots of promises. Juicy carrots are thrown to the people and all that. And when they get in there, one of the things that we lack is control factor. We cannot control how these things are managed, which is what is killing us in Africa generally. People award contracts, there's no controlling body. There's nothing that is controlling these people in power, which is why they get away with a lot of things. So, who is going to control you when you get into power?
Like I said before, I'm afraid about God. God's my people. Without my people, I'm nothing. I'm aware about it. And I'm a dreamer. I'm fighting for a dream. That's it. Not for money. People who know me, they know that. I don't really care about money. I've got my plantation already. It's enough for me. It's enough to feed my kids. It's enough to feed my family and to take care of my wife also. It's enough. So I don't need more. I'm fighting for a dream. I'm fighting for this revolution of government. That's it. That's my first motivation.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
So those who want to take picture,